What's good, ballers? It's Kodak Ball, the hottest rookie on YouTube, of course. It's only one and only. It is 12:54 and I am coming at you with a video called The Rise and Fall of the Cleveland Cavaliers. With Kyrie Irving demanding trades at the Cleveland head office as of right now, and LeBron James looking more than likely right now as well to take his talents somewhere else once again, the Cleveland Cavaliers franchise is falling further and further away from the spotlight. Before I continue to talk about the fall of the Cleveland Cavaliers, I must first address how they came to the spotlight in the first place. And what better place to start than when the Cleveland Cavaliers won the award for the #1 overall pick in the 2003 draft, in which they obviously selected the GOAT himself, the bronze-sexual lovers himself, LeBron James. LeBron James soon ended up carrying Cleveland, as he always does, to the playoffs, and he became a regular playoff contender by 2005. And then obviously making his first finals appearance in 2007 after winning the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in franchise history. But it wasn't long after this that LeBron James, the GOAT himself, left and took his talents to South Beach and joined the Miami Heat in 2010. And once LeBron James joined the Miami Heat, much to many surprise, it wasn't really that much of a surprise to be honest, the Cleveland Cavaliers finished the 2010-2011 season last in the Eastern Conference, enjoying a 26-game losing streak, which is the longest in a single season to this day as well right now. So I'm telling you, the Cleveland Cavaliers were dreadful without LeBron James the first time. But even though they were dreadful, you know what comes with being trash in the NBA. Well, if you have draft picks, then you just know how it goes. Between 2010 and 2014, the team won the top picks for the NBA lottery draft 3 times, first in 2011 where they selected Kyrie, again in 2013 and 2014 where they drafted, the likes of Anthony Bennett and Tristan Thompson as well. And obviously they drafted Andrew Wiggins, but we're not going to talk about him because he got traded for Kevin Love. So let's move on. LeBron James returned to the Cavs in 2014-2015 season and led them back to the playoffs for the first time since 2010, which is the first time since he left in the first place. And of course they claimed their second Eastern Conference championship ever. Might I remind you that once again, LeBron did that. And they ended up losing obviously to Golden State Warriors in the finals, to the current MVP of the time, Stephen Curry, and the 3-point scoring champion of the time, Klay Thompson. And not to forget obviously the supporting cast of Draymond Green and Andrew Bogut and Harrison Barnes and the bench and everybody else. The following season, the Cleveland again won the Eastern Conference Finals and returned to the NBA Finals, but this time they won their first NBA championship in a victory over the 73-9 Golden State Warriors, making this the first time they'd won the NBA Finals and obviously the NBA championship in turn, like ever in the NBA. Well, you gotta praise LeBron for that. He's the GOAT, obviously. No questions. If you argue against that, then you deserve to be crucified. But let me get back to the script. But yeah, they did eventually lose to Golden State the following year. But let's talk about that one year. They were down 3-1 against the 73-9 Golden State Warriors team. Like, I'm not a LeBron lover or a Cavalier lover, but that's pretty good. But anyway, they did eventually lose to the team that added Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers in NBA history. And they just got dropped off 4-1 in the NBA Finals, and LeBron obviously then just took a hit on his record. Now he's 3-5 in the NBA Finals. This looks really bad on LeBron's resume, but this video is not about LeBron, it's about Cleveland. That's right, Cleveland, the Cavaliers. Which brings us to the current dysfunctional state of the Cleveland Cavaliers organization. Despite having one of the greatest players of all time on their roster, the Cavaliers are still falling further and further away from winning another NBA championship, with the Golden State Warriors having a team that is also comparable to all-star teams with the likes of Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Stephen Curry. It's looking more and more difficult for the Cleveland Cavaliers to go anywhere near the NBA championship. Meanwhile, the Cavaliers, obviously, like I just said, they are stuck in a position where their 2 top stars, they're wanting to leave. LeBron is going to take his talents elsewhere, most likely. Kyrie Irving is demanding a trade. Apparently the rumors are that he doesn't want to be second fiddle to LeBron or whatever. It's just, I don't know, he's probably finessing out there. You know what Kyrie does, he's a finesse god. It's whatever with him. But yeah, the Cavaliers, they have no effective assets, and they are deep in the luxury tax, and because it's the Cavaliers, they've literally paid everybody. But yeah, the Cavs have used about $129 million on their payroll for next season, according to Basketball Reference, that is, which puts them way above the salary cap, dipping into the luxury cap. Simply put it, the Cavs have shed a ton of money on the likes of Tristan Thompson, J.R. Smith, and Shumpert, etc. The Cavs, they really are lacking assets to get anything meaningful in a trade when they do eventually trade Kyrie Irving. Because they did, Kyrie Irving did, request a trade. They're going to have to trade him eventually. Well, they really don't, because they have him under contract for 3 years. And he doesn't have a player option or anything. So they can really send him anywhere they want, but I don't see why they would at this point. They have no assets whatsoever. And there's really nothing. But like, sure, you could like trade Kevin Love for some sort of all-star caliber player, but what kind of a return would that get you? You wouldn't really be getting anything in return for that. That'll be enough to put you over the edge to beat the Golden State Warriors. And they also could trade Tristan Thompson, but then they'd have to find another rim protector, elite rebounding center in his place. Players like Iman Shumpert and J.R. Smith, they also have very little trade value at this point in their careers as well. The problem is with the Cavs is that when they got LeBron the second time, they really went all in. That's the thing they did. They really just went all in for LeBron James because they really wanted to bring the ring to the land, obviously, after losing to the Golden State Warriors that first time. And by going all in, the Cavs also dealt away their draft picks, and they don't even have like a first round pick this year. And they owe their first round and second round pick in 2019 to the Atlanta Hawks and some other team I can't think of. But I'm pretty sure they did that for the trade for Kyle Korver. And obviously Kyle Korver didn't turn out that great in the playoffs. But yeah, back to LeBron. Obviously, I keep talking about LeBron, but the real reason for me talking about LeBron is that LeBron is really the only reason the Cleveland Cavaliers, well, not the only reason, but one of the biggest reasons the Cleveland Cavaliers are even in the spotlight to begin with. I mean, he's left the team, he did his whole media segment about, the decision, and even chose to go to Miami Heat. They put a lot of spotlight on them. They were struggling. They finished last year after year. They got good draft picks, I guess. They drafted good players like Kyrie Irving, Tristan Thompson. But yeah, I may be talking a lot about LeBron, but the fact is, LeBron is the reason the Cleveland Cavaliers rose to the spotlight in the first place. And you notice that whenever LeBron joins a team, they usually have to get rid of players, offload players, just create salary space for LeBron and the superstars he wants in the team, and that's what's happened. And obviously in Miami, if you see Miami, they did struggle for a while, but now they're bouncing back pretty well. And the Cleveland Cavaliers are looking to be in a pretty terrible situation where they have no assets to trade. They don't have any future draft picks. They're over the salary cap. It's looking terrible. All the other teams are either title contenders or they are also rebuilding, waiting to kind of wait out the Golden State era. And just nobody is willing to really trade picks right now. And it's not looking too good for Cleveland. It is really unfortunate how things have turned out for Cleveland. It's kind of been like, it's been a good story. They started from the bottom, made it all the way to the top, and now they're leaving the top and going back down to the bottom. It's kind of sad. I always kind of liked Cleveland in a way, not really, but like I was kind of rooted for Cleveland to succeed. They're that team. I just I want them to do okay, but not too good, because obviously I'm a Laker boy. You know what I'm saying? Lonzo going to take us to the finals when LeBron joins the Lakers, and Paul George is going to join the Lakers. But you know what? It is what it is. It's whatever, boys. I've been ranting way too long for this. But anyway, that was the rise and fall of Cleveland. And obviously, if you have any, recommendations for new videos, any thoughts on this video, leave a comment down below. I'll read your comments. I'll reply. You know what I'll do. I'll be in there. And if you have any suggestions for any other new videos, just literally anything, I'll be making videos as often as I can. But me being a Laker boy, I gotta be busy. I'm in college. I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta read my books. It's whatever. But yeah, I'll see you guys later, and Kodak Ball is out.